Well, when I was a little kid in kindergarten, and kids had to draw little pictures, right? Okay, all the kids, you've seen a kid draw a picture of a house and the chimney's a little block right in the middle of it. Okay, I was 5 years old. I was looking around my neighborhood. That's not where chimneys are, man. They come up the side of the house. They break through the soffit. They look like this. And I think it's just a matter of noticing things, looking at things, and they're interesting. Moving here and seeing it, right? It's one of the reasons I think I'm somewhat successful is that I am not from here, because I see things that Newfoundlanders do not see, because they are always here, right? So I would be like, well, the row houses are one example. Like, I know they're everywhere now, but I was the first guy doing that in the 90s, because I looked around and went, this is fantastic, man. I can't, the color, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. Traditions here of like people painting their door their favorite color. So you have a red house with a purple door. I mean, that doesn't happen in most places. And it's just visually interesting. You can't help but notice it. So. Well, it has to be interesting to look at, or something just pops into your head. Like that question's been asked to everybody who creates. Where do you get your inspiration? I don't know. Something just jumps in your head. My dad used to always say to me, "Where'd you get those ideas?" I don't know. How do you think of them? You know. They just come into my head, so I do them. Well, painting is also meditative as well. Like once you get into a picture, there's no time anymore. You're just sitting there, and everything's in its right place. It's just like, yeah, this is how the world should be. You know, it's calming, and also you're controlling the world, which everybody wants to do, whether they say they do or not. They want, and I have control of that world, right? Well, I was taking the grandsons out, and they were playing pond hockey under the streetlights up by Holyrood Beach, and it was just visually extremely interesting to me. Not to mention hockey, of course. And I wanted to be more fluid in my painting and be more expressive, and also do something that I hadn't done before. And the painting I just love it. It turned out fantastic. So I've done a few pieces like that now. Edward Hopper, Andrew Wyeth, to a certain extent, Rockwell, to a certain extent. He is a little bit overblown cliche, but he's obviously extremely talented. So Edward Hopper is probably my favorite artist for sure. And then as far as my art preferences personally, I'm into pop art. I like Andy Warhol, Rauschenberg, and Roy Lichtenstein. Those guys are my favorites if I was going to put them in my house. No, I think the best thing about being absolutely self-taught is you're not really influenced by anybody but yourself. Like I've always said, okay, I'm not really a great painter. I'm just great at recognizing what doesn't look good. So I just keep on painting until it looks good to me, and then I know it's a reasonably good painting. You can only paint what you're comfortable painting. You only paint what comes from you. You can't pander at all. I can't decide to make a picture that's going to sell. You can't. You can only paint pictures, and if people buy them, they buy them. It's all there is to it. So I'm really lucky that way. People, something that I do hits a chord with people, and thank you.